of course, our technology on other planets is so much stronger. And so, what century are we in here? What is this? We're going to keep trying. It keeps cutting out, so just bear with me. Bear with me. It probably doesn't want me to talk about this subject, huh? Plan B? Double soul contract card. Trying to get the glare off of there. Oh, you guys. Going live can be tricky. Okay, so as I was saying, we have double soul contract, plan B. The people that we were working with in our first soul contract didn't do what they were supposed to do. Astro had us rewrite it. Okay, Nazareth's Hair of the Dog album is very significant, so make sure you look it up. And I was talking about how I couldn't believe technology, and I used to listen to it on an 8-track. Okay, I'm going to put my sage away here and my incense here. Okay, so when I go live, I'm not set up. I do everything spur of the moment. I just found a white mini crystal ball here, so have faith. Okay, so we had Give It Away, charity time, talent and things. Giving it away means talent and things. We're just going to do a deeper reading, so make sure that you watched the shorts yesterday for Interference Is Gone. The reason I'm saying that is because we went to Plan B. We're doing our soul contract that could be second, third one even, okay? I'm just saying that most of you, it's just your Plan B, okay? Plan A didn't work out. No fault of yours, okay? It's not that you did something wrong. It's that people didn't live up to those expectations, and they wanted to see if you were going to get a resentment and if you were going to go into the mood of revenge and old behaviors of not love and light. If you have passed those tests, which I have, then you're on to Plan B. You're on to double soul contract, okay? That's the 2 soul contract cards. We are going to go deeper into that in a minute. But they've started out with giving it away. They want you to be in a charitable mood, physically, mentally, spiritually. They don't want you holding on to money. They don't want you holding on to things, because God cannot fill full hands. Okay? And underneath that, to go a little bit deeper, we've got the Queen of Wands. So they want you to be you. They want you to be authentic. They want you to keep your passion up, your determination. They want you to stay bold and joyful in the giving it away part. So even if you go down to an empty house, you can always get new. Even if your bank account goes into red, it's soon going to be full. Okay? Trust it. Just trust all of this, okay? Now, we had Saint Michael is protecting you, and we had go forward fearlessly. So once again, I'm talking about this Plan B. I'm talking about this double soul contract. I'm talking about giving it away for free. Now, it doesn't have to be for free. When it says give it away, your charity, give away your talent and your time, it doesn't have to be free, okay? It just means to give it away. So you don't have to tick the word free on there, okay? You can just give it away, okay? So we've got Divine Protection by St. Michael. So he says, go forward fearlessly. And under that, he says he's giving you lots of spiritual gifts. You're going to see your powers increasing. You're going to feel them increasing. Okay? Then St. Michael says, go forward fearlessly. And he wants you to go forward fearlessly with admitting the truth to yourself and acting accordingly. So this is a go forward fearlessly, meaning you alone, okay? And it's not that you're alone, but it's that nobody can really walk with you because you've gotten rid of plan A and you're on plan B. Now, plan B, you decided, since all the people failed you, you decided, well, all right. Remember the saying that I was taught especially is if you want a job done right, you do it yourself. Okay? So that's kind of like the programming here that goes along with those 8 tracks, right? It's if you want a job done right, do it yourself. You're in a time where there's 8 tracks and you're freaking out because the song's cutting off in the middle and going to a next track. It's like, how dumb are you guys, right? I remember saying that stuff in my head. It's just like, God, you guys are so behind in times. And I used to say that all throughout my life with all different things. It's like, you guys are so primitive, I guess would be the word. So you're going forward fearlessly and you're doing it by yourself. You're admitting the truth to yourself that all these people, places, and things failed you, but you're not alone. You're calling in a new soul tribe. That's why everywhere it says new, new, new. Don't go back to the past. The new is coming in. That is really true. That's what we're working on in Astro. Okay, go forward fearlessly, and they want me to read on that. That's St. Michael. He says, this card is a sign that you're on the right path and that it's safe for you to move forward with your plan. As long as you hold intention that are focused on heart's desire, your steps will be automatically poised in the right direction. So once again, that's that I'm alone, I'm doing this from my heart. Right now, it's important that you take action, no matter how small or seemingly inconsequential, toward your destined outcome. So not doing anything is not an option. No matter how small, move forward. Ask Archangel Michael for guidance by saying, please show me the next step. And he'll come to your aid. And all the while, he'll also be protecting and supporting you through these significant life changes. You're supported to make this life change. Leave an unhealthy situation. It's a good time to start a new business or other venture. Enter the relationship with open heart and mind. This is the right choice for you. Archangel Michael, thank you for walking me every step of the way and holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love for my life's purpose. So that's what St. Michael's saying. He's saying, admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. And then this card stuck to the bottom of the deck, which says divine protection, St. Michael. Okay? Then we had the double soul contract. So we're going to get right into that. Double soul contract. Underneath the 2 of hearts, St. Michael's sword of truth. So that shouldn't surprise you because we just did a whole segment there on St. Michael. Okay, so everything I just said was that. Then underneath this soul contract is the Hierophant. And that's pretty much St. Michael, right? The highest card that you can pull spiritually, the Hierophant. So once again, the soul contract, Two of Cups, the Hierophant, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Doesn't get much clearer than that. Then we have the home card. So let's go a little deeper into the home card. What's underneath the home card? Underneath the home card is release. So once again, I'm drawn back to the give it away, releasing everything in your home, and maybe even releasing your home and getting a new home, okay? Because the more we can release, the more new can come in. And that's what we're trying to do. So why are we moving? Why are we giving everything away? Because we're turning old energy into new energy. Have you ever had an old car and then got a different car or a new car? And could you feel the difference? Anything. Have you ever had an old house and bought a new house? You know, have you ever had anything old and bought new? I'm thinking about how 8-tracks went to cassettes, and then no longer did the song get cut off in the middle of the song, but it was one side, and then you had to flip it over to the other side until they made the cassettes double where they'd play both sides. So everything was step by step. Think back into the music. And then what happened before 8-tracks, right? I think there was just albums or just records, right? And then before that was probably just playing your instrument, right? I mean, it's just so primitive. Music is just so primitive here. So we've got home and release. Home and release. To me, it's the same as giving it away, Queen of Wands in the beginning. Okay, so those are together. Then we had the Three of Cups in the shorts, and the Three of Cups is celebration energy, and it's the Knight of Cups under it. So the Knight of Cups, he's the one on the white horse bringing you a cup. If he's celebrating, if everybody's celebrating, to me, it's kind of like the story where everybody threw those palms on the ground because Jesus was coming to town on his donkey, right? That's what I thought of there with, there's a big celebration coming. The Knight of Cups is riding in on his white horse, and he has a cup of love. He has a cup of love. So that's your plan B. Your plan B is your Knight of Cups, because your last Knight of Cups fucked that up, okay? What did he do? He died on you, or he left you, or he just didn't fulfill his contract, or all of the above, because death and rebirth with the infinity sign in the middle was next. And underneath that is very important. Look at that, the world. Because you're doing your world mission and they didn't keep up the pace. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. Now, some of you know that your significant other is in 5D and higher and that they did die, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't or can't rewrite your contract, okay? Because if they're not fulfilling their end of the deal, even if they're in 5D, you still walk away. This is all about your world mission. This is all about death and rebirth. This is all about you fulfilling your world mission. So if the person isn't going to be able to be on top of the world mission with you, then he is not going to be there. He's going to be down here doing his or her mission, okay? So you guys got to understand that this shit isn't written in stone. Just because last month somebody told you that your partner was doing awesome in astro doesn't mean he still is. We still have free choice every single day. Then we have the Lover's card, okay? And what I was drawn to in the shorts, but I didn't talk to you about it, was how her mouth is being closed by a rubber band. She's not allowed to be herself. She's submissive to him. And that was one of the reasons why the soul contract got rewritten, because you don't like that. You want to do your own soul contract and your mouth was shut. Now look at, even with that rubber band off, she looks freer to me. She looks like now she's looking at him and talking to him, where when she had that rubber band on, she felt lower than him and he was like above her. But with that rubber band off, she just looks to me like she's more, I got this. With or without you. King of Pentacles. And the reason for a lot of this rewriting the contracts is because your significant other was too matrixy. He was too much into Pentacles. He was not enough into the Knight of Cups. He was more into Pentacles. And that's what this card is saying right now. It's giving me the energy of, see how he's high up here? And she's way on the bottom. Well, now she's on top and they're on the right, see them? And then the King of Pentacles is way down here now. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that she wants love. She's not focused on Pentacles. And Plan A was more about Pentacles, okay? Plan A was more about having the mission and doing the 4D 200-300 years rebuilding with the new abundance, where that got smashed, just like the castle, the animal sanctuary got smashed, and now it's on a higher level. So he's still here and everybody on Plan A is still here, but Plan B is more about the spaceship and about the other planets. And we won't get into that right now, but 5D and higher is not the same as 4D New Earth, okay? So some of us are going to be doing 5D and higher work, Plan B, instead of Plan A, because Plan A, the people we were with, it didn't work out. So another reason it didn't work out is because they went to the darker side, and they're actually paying for readings and doing spell work. And spell work can be something as simple as talking shit, talking negative, okay? Our words are spells. So it doesn't mean they have to be paying somebody in Louisiana to get a voodoo doll on you. It doesn't mean it has to be somebody putting curses on you. None of that shit works anyway because of St. Michael. You try to get through St. Michael. Just try it, okay? Monitoring spirits. So they're doing everything, okay? What happened was they fell from grace. They didn't make their soul contract. They fell from grace. Who's they? The people in Plan A, the people in your first soul contract. You, obviously, if you're watching this, are with me in Astro and are getting an A+, rewrote your soul contract because they were doing monitoring spirits, demonistic spirits, spy energy, target on back, okay? So between paying for readings, doing spell work, monitoring spirits, everything I just said, all different stuff. All of that stuff is beneath you. It's too low. It can't be. When I say you're walking alone because nobody can walk with you, that's what I mean by that statement. Okay? Now, we're just going to do a couple random shuffles with my deck, Miss Mystic, okay, to see what our future advice is. But I wanted to clarify Love Hurts song on my shorts because it was such a great reading. They told me to take all the bottom cards again because when I shuffle and I put them back, it's still another reading. I could do readings all day long. I just don't. But I would love to just do readings all day long and sit and talk about energy because that's the only thing that's important. The only thing important in this matrix is energy. Like I said, the technology sucks. Everything sucks compared to the spaceship. So why would I want to sit here and do stuff? The only thing I can do is readings. And once I do a reading like I just did, I really don't need to do more because the energy doesn't change that fast. So if you were standing here and said, give me a reading, it'd be like, just watch the one I just did. Okay? So we've got Eight of Swords energy. They want to warn you about feeling discouraged. You need to find your cosmic origin, is what they're telling you. That's what I'm getting. I'm just getting this. Don't be discouraged. Like I was just talking about how technology is so bullshit and how everything's so bullshit here, right? Well, you can get discouraged. You can say, man, I'm just going to lay in bed, pull the covers over my head. I can't even watch TV because that even sucks, right? So we don't want to go there, you know. You can do readings, you can go outside, you can play with nature, with pets. There's things to do. And remember that the movie's short. We are at the end. Once we made this plan B, this new soul contract, things are coming in really fast now. Have you been hearing about the Eight of Wands, the Chariot, right? The Tower? Shit's happening. So don't get discouraged now. We're almost done. Three of Pentacles, teaching, learning. Yeah, stay sharing, stay listening. There's no limits. No limits, okay? Manifesting, togetherness. Three of Pentacles has been coming up a lot as the answer. And it just did. So it's warning you, Eight of Swords. It's telling you that everything's happening, just like I said, really quick, behind the scenes. It's all good. Three of Pentacles. And we're just waiting for results. So there you go. We can end it here. Understand your ambitions. Go with the flow. Opportunities are arriving. Three of Wands. Absolutely. So that's it. That's a perfect way to end it. I am Miss Mystic, and I want to thank you for listening.